3 reasons that it sometimes takes doctors, educated people who know a lot of stuff, years to decide if they're going to make that next step. First off, your brain's wired that way. Yeah, it's your brain. So our brains are wired to like things that we're familiar with. Our brains are wired so that, for instance, those of you who listen to my lives regularly, like and subscribe, all of those people, you are probably more ready to change your life. You are more ready and willing to do something new and different that will get you to that next level in your life than some doctor who has, gone through lots of schooling and is now currently working off of that debt and is head down in the trenches. Why is that? It's not unusual for us to hear from lots of people who want to be animal chiropractors but haven't achieved that doctoral goal. So why do those people who've had lots and lots of education take so long? One is because they want to think their way through it. They've been trained that if you think really hard, you can come up with a solution. Those people who want to do it, who don't have the education, they are feeling their way into it. And so quite often our bodies, our nervous system is set up to respond more quickly to the things that we feel than to the things that we think. That said, many of us, we're also set up to outthink ourselves. So if we go and learn something and we're really excited about it and we're really passionate about it, and then we even say the words, I need to think about it some more, that's a flag. That what that tells me is that the next thing that's going to happen in your brain is your brain's going to say, be careful, you've never done this before, I don't know if you can do it. Because our primitive brains are what kept us alive for tens of thousands of years. This doesn't look familiar. I haven't seen this before. This seems new and different. And those kinds of signals kept us out of danger. When we are thinking out of danger, we tend to inhibit ourselves from doing new and bigger and better things. Now, I want you to think about this. So homeostasis. One part of the brain is to keep us in what we call homeostasis. The road's getting really loud. And homeostasis is that level of everything is calm and quiet and here's where we want to be. But in order to make big change, we have to be uncomfortable. We have to be, if you want to grow muscles, you got to be painful. You got to go through some serious pain to grow that muscle, to grow the muscle on the body, and to grow yourself. What's my story? Here's the deal. I've been through lots of painful situations. I've been through lots of, trial and error. And as an example, when I wanted to go to veterinary school, my family said, "You're nuts. Why would you want to spend that kind of money for that education and not be able to make very much when you get out?" Because veterinarians, contrary to many people's beliefs, they don't make the big bucks that MDs make. They don't make the hundreds of thousands of dollars that you would think. A lot of they get talked into a lot of, oh, you need all these diagnostics and these machines, and you're going to spend most of your time paying your bills. You're going to spend most of your income paying off loans. So as veterinarians, I don't recommend veterinary medicine as a go-to for most kids who are interested in helping animals thrive and survive. Animal chiropractic, on the other hand, for chiropractors is a much better deal because chiropractors are already going into a field of service that is, it's not widely publicized. There are more people who know about chiropractic now than used to, but I didn't know about it when I was a kid. Nobody told me about it. And even the alternative therapy media, they don't even talk about chiropractic very often. And they also talk about it like it's, oh, somebody's going to crack your neck and you're going to get a stroke and die. Those are the kinds of stories they report. What they don't report is the amazing things that happen when your brain and body are aligned. That's an aside. I had to go through a lot of trial and error, right? I had to go through a lot of tribulations. When I went to vet school, I had 3 jobs so that I could make it through school, so I could feed myself and my dogs. Because, I couldn't go without these dogs. I had already dedicated my care to them. And once I make that dedication, I'm stuck. That's the kind of person I am. So with our students, once I dedicate my time and effort to them to help them get through class successfully, build a successful practice, and become successful, I'm emotionally invested. And once they've made their emotional investment, they're in, and they're going to get past that fear, that thinking fear that this looks funny, this looks different, this looks dangerous. So homeostasis wants us to stay copacetic, wants us to stay everything the same. And then the next part of our brain that works actually against us is that part of the brain that likes familiarity, that likes patterns. And then the third part of the brain is that part of the brain that says, danger, danger, something's different here. You watch those spy movies and the clue is what? The music in the background? Well, part of our brain has that music thread going through it. And so if you are one of those very special veterinarians or chiropractors who you've heard the calling for animal chiropractic and it's in you, you need to do it, thinking about it will not get you there. Thinking about it will not help you to get to that next goal. Believe your heart. Trust what you're feeling. It's that trust and faith in your feeling, how you feel about it, that will help you do amazing things. I got to tell you, it was not my thinking about going to veterinary school that got me there. It was my trust and calling and faith that that's where I belonged that got me there, got me through it. Was not easy, and brought me to animal chiropractic, where we can do amazing things for animals who, not unlike Willow here, who was, when she was born, became paralyzed and was unable to walk. And her owners were going to put her down. They were just like, just cut it off there because we can't sell her. She wasn't of any value to them. So now she's got value. And her value is that she trains veterinarians and chiropractors just like you to build successful practices. Find us today at animalchiropracticeducation.com.